NHL Power Week.
Just like that. Oh my God! What a great goal! Jaromir
Hi, I'm Teemu Selänne, and you're watching Power Week.
In Don't Blink, we honor the goalies with the best saves of the season.
Shot saved, Defoe. Rebound! Oh, what a stop by Defoe on Ronnie. Whitney, oh, what a save! A tremendous stick save by Ranford.
And you won't want to miss hockey's ultimate showdown.
The most exciting play in hockey. Correa shoots and scores. It's a hat-trick goal.
The 5-hole is open.
In a special edition of Western Conference Streaks and Deeks, we look back at the first half of the season, beginning with some milestones.
Buck behind the net. Danny there, and Buck Gardner shoots. Score! There it is! Mike Gardner has become the 5th player in the history of the National Hockey League to score 700 goals. Back on to a point. Center score! Yari Curry has just scored his 600th NHL goal.
Vancouver's Mark Messier made an emotional return to his former city, New York.
Mark Messier in the clear. Score!
Messier's next great achievement occurred in his new home as the Canucks captain reached a special milestone against the Florida Panthers.
Man, look at Messier. Yes. Number 1,000.
And congratulations to Luc Robitaille of Los Angeles for notching his 1,000th point, assisting on this Craig Johnson goal against Calgary. As for the team shining brightest in the West, that honor goes to the Dallas Stars.
They are the best team not only in the Western Conference, but the entire National Hockey League.
Leading the way offensively, superstar Mike Modano.
Modano teeing it up, waiting, still dragging the puck, waiting on Bizet, a shot, he scores!
But goaltending plays a key role in the Stars' success. Free agent acquisition Ed Belfour has been rock solid with a goals against average under 2 a game.
Ed Belfour at the other end has been brilliant. 31 shots, he stopped them all.
The team plays great in front of me, and defensive style that we do play. We play both ends of the ice, and we take great pride in that.
In Detroit, the defending Stanley Cup champs are forced to defend their title without injured defenseman Vladimir Konstantinov, but some unsung heroes are filling the void.
Right now, breaking for Holmstrom in the clear. He scores! They work his way in front.
With the loss of Vladimir Konstantinov, it's given an opportunity for the Kirk Maltbys and the Brent Gilchrist and Chris Drapers and Doug Browns to step forward, and they've stepped forward in a big way for us. I think that's been one of the real strengths of our hockey club the first half of the year.
It figures to be quite a battle for the top spot in the Central Division, with Dallas on top by just 6 points. In Colorado, the dynamic duo of Peter Forsberg and Joe Sakic spearheaded a powerful Avalanche attack.
Maybe the best all-around two-way player in the game today, Peter Forsberg. Come out with the puck. Don't come out anything other than full speed. Nothing other than full speed.
And Forsberg picks it up. He's short-handed. Forsberg trying to work in. He scores! Oh, what a goal by Peter Forsberg!
Joe Sakic! What a play by Joe Sakic!
And a breakaway for Sakic. Here he comes. He scores! Joe Sakic!
The surprise team in the West is Los Angeles. The Kings' blend of youth and experience is paying off.
Still looking for someone. He shoots! He scores!
Is the hottest team in hockey, 8-1-1 in its last 10.
But even the hottest team in hockey will have a tough time catching the Pacific Division-leading Colorado Avalanche. Time now for a first-half season review in Streaks and Deeks East. Let's start off in Washington, where the Caps notched a milestone hat trick.
It looks like Oates, Housley, and Hunter will hit the books as the first team in NHL history to have 3 guys hit the 1,000-point plateau on the same team in the same season, and that will be truly remarkable.
A Tenori drive, he scores! Adam Oates, he'll get an assist, and it'll be his 1,000th National Hockey League point.
The line Oates. Housley, little drag pass, Johnson fires and scores! NHL point number 1,000 for Phil Housley will be an assist.
Caps captain Dale Hunter notched his 1,000th career point with this assist to Craig Berube. Hunter helped make history by becoming the 3rd player on the Caps to hit the 1,000-point mark this season. The Panthers' Dino Ciccarelli joined the 600-goal club against his former team, the Red Wings.
Whitney with a shot, wide, penalty in front, scores! Goal number 600! His 600th goal in the National Hockey League! What a beauty and what a big goal!
Ciccarelli is now the 9th NHL player to reach the 600-goal plateau. But if you want to talk about plateaus, let's talk about the great one, Wayne Gretzky. This season, he marked a milestone that may never be reached again.
Gretzky moves in, finds Samuelson, score! Here's 1851 for Wayne Gretzky! On a beautiful pass to old Samuelson. And let the celebration begin here in the Garden. And the cheers for Wayne Gretzky as he now has 1,851 assists, more assists than any other player has points. Wow. All the scoring records belong to Wayne Gretzky.
Martin Brodeur and the New Jersey Devils get high marks on our report card. They put together an 8-game winning streak in mid-November.
Here comes Scott Niedermayer on a breakaway. Niedermayer cruising in, score! Scott Niedermayer with a wonderful breakaway goal.
Gilmore forcing a turnover. Sikora tries to shot, he scores!
And the horn sounds, and Martin Brodeur has won 12 straight. The Devils 8 straight, that's a franchise record. They've won 11 of 12, 13 of 15. The best regular season stretch in all their history right now.
The Devils are currently sitting pretty atop the Atlantic Division with a 7-point lead over the Flyers. The Montreal Canadiens were road warriors this season, putting together a 10-game road unbeaten streak.
And away goes Raczynski. Don moves loose in front. Scores!
Here's Recchi, shot, score! Mark Recchi! Kensel got a piece, but not enough to keep it out of the net. Here's Brian Savage, little drop pass, shot, score! Off the feed from Vincent Dampus, it's Brian Savage on the goal.
Montreal ended a 10-game unbeaten streak recently and are currently 2nd in the Northeast Division. The biggest surprise this season is Boston. After finishing last in their division a season ago, the Bruins have greatly improved. Coach Pat Burns has revived the Bruins offense with forward Sergei Samsonov and Jason Allison. These new Bruins are 3rd in the Northeast and continue to thrill the hometown fans. Another surprise this year is Pittsburgh. They've excelled in their first season without Mario Lemieux. The Penguins are adjusting to life without Mario. They're 1st in the Northeast with 71 points. In the news, the Columbus Blue Jackets have named the franchise's first general manager.
My dream job is the opportunity to run a National Hockey League team and to start it from the ground and build an organization both on the ice and off the ice. And opportunities like this, believe me, in the NHL don't come along very often.
Doug McClain is best known as the head coach who helped the Florida Panthers to the Stanley Cup Finals in 1996. The Blue Jackets will enter the league in the 2000-2001 season. In other news, the 22nd annual Flyers Wives Fight for Lives Carnival was held at the Core State Center. The players and fans were out in full force, taking pictures, signing autographs, and even testing their shooting skills.
Big shot, he scored!
With more than 9,000 participants, the carnival was able to raise well over $1 million for various charities.
We get a chance to go see the hospital and see where the money goes to and see the people it affects during the year. So You know, that's a big part of it. To see what what we're doing this for during the year, it makes a big difference.
Lastly, when Taylor Marshall skated out onto the ice representing Theo Fleury as a member of Team Canada, few knew of his last-minute negotiations. The 11-year-old traded Wayne Gretzky's jersey to wear Fleury's.
I'm smart enough to know, that I'm definitely the better player here.
The Flames brought Taylor and his family out to Calgary to meet his hero, watch a game, and add another jersey to his collection. Let's turn the spotlight on Slovakians in the NHL, an international update. We begin with one of the best-known players in the league.
His name is Zygmunt Palfi. Ziggy is more like it.
Fires, save made, loose in front, Palfi scores! Wow, what a shot! The cave, a backhander, stop, rebound, Palfi, he scores!
Palfi has proven to be the go-to guy for the Islanders, amassing 54 points this year. Fellow countryman Josef Stumpel has become a go-to guy as well. Stumpel's offensive skill may spring the Kings into the playoffs for the first time in 5 years.
Up ahead, here's a break. Across the line, down the middle, score! He shoots, deflected wide. Rebound, Stumpel, scores!
Goals are the name of the game for Stumpel, but I think even more, assists are the name for Josef Stumpel.
How true. Stumpel has 40 helpers so far this year, making him the Kings' leading scorer. Slovak defenseman Robert Spela has helped shore up the Florida blue line this year.
Here comes Leclerc, Lindros, trailing, Leclerc, Lindros, nice play there by Robert Spela to break it up.
Besides breaking up plays, Spela has created a few of his own for Florida.
Whitney shoots, blocked in front by Sanderson. Another shot, score! Robert Spela, who's got the big rocket from the point.
Out of the penalty box, Leclerc got breakaway, walks in, shoots, scores! Panthers take a 2-1 lead.
Spela leads all Panther defensemen with 34 points this year. In Washington, a pair of Slovaks have led the charge for the Capitals.
Drive, score. Just a laser beam into the top corner. Richard Zednik right to the front. Score! Richard Zednik.
The Caps rookie has notched 23 points this year. Teammate Peter Bondra has tallied 56 points, making him the second leading Slovakian scorer in the league. Still to come.
Most exciting part of a hockey game, a penalty shot.
Second, scores!
And don't you dare blink or you might miss this season's best saves.
Baby.
It's time to hit the ice for hockey's ultimate one-on-one confrontation.
Most exciting part of a hockey game, a penalty shot.
Second, score!
Break under the crossbar. Everybody standing. Doug Waite on Mike Richter. Score! And he shot it. What a shot. Low inside the post with speed. Wow. Shanahan one-on-one with Trevor Kidd. Kidd says no! Better than scoring a goal for a goaltender. I think stopping a penalty shot.
It's one of the great plays in hockey. And here's Sunday.
Goal! Trefilov stopped him on the backhand.
We're going to have a penalty shot. Paul Korea against Kevin Weeks.
The most exciting play in hockey. Korea shoots.
Ball is open. No Panther has ever scored on a penalty shot. Here comes Fitzgerald. And the save was made by Fitzpatrick. Two Irish lads going head-to-head.
Hit the crossbar. He knew to go high, but he hit the crossbar. He's moving in on David Shaw. Pull down. Penalty shot. Let's see. Yes, penalty shot. There we go, baby. Mike Keane against Corey Schwab. He scored. Keane waits to the last possible moment on the slide it underneath him. So what's he going to do? Deke or shoot? He's going to deke. But then he shoots it up.
Here comes Rob DeMaio, one-on-one against Andy Moe. DeMaio on the forehand, fake shot, Moe save.
Andy Moe quick with that left pad. Tony Amati, here we go. One-on-one, Amati against Guy Bear. Amati, save, and he just ate him up. The most exciting play in hockey, Murray on a penalty shot. And a save by Bear. He's 2 for 2 in the last 6 nights. How much do you want to bet that he goes 5-0? Nickel. Here comes McGillen. Scores! people out of the seats. You gotta love it. This is hockey.
No doubt one of the most exciting plays in sports. Penalty shot time. Everybody on their feet at Maple Leaf Gardens. King shoots, score! Nice little deep by Derek King. Here we go.
Trent Platt, John Van Beesbrook. Save made by Van Beesbrook.
Hard to beat the Beezer down low. Here comes Robert Reichel. He hops now, shoots, and scores! Reichel buries a backhander on the penalty shot. Whoa! Did you see that one?
Don't blink, okay?
Because this week we take a look back at the best saves of the year so far, beginning with some highway robbery.
Francis is over, Younger going to the net, and what a play there, but right in front, Moss makes a great stop. Ronnie moves up, shoots, knocked down, rebound, save by Shallow. Catching, glove, save, Holly. Now a steal by Frog on a bad man. Here he comes to the net, he shoots. Made by Joseph, rebound, Younger. Can't put it in. Bernie winds up, lets it go, save, freezes, to Miller, and it's stopped by Stone.
Hoopa still in net. The pass to Racine, winding and firing. Van Beesbrook dropped in the backhand. Oh, he robbed Weaver.
One guy who knows about being robbed is Phoenix Coyote Clip Ronning.
Save Defoe, rebound. Oh, what a stop by Defoe on Ronning. Coyote put the shot.
Makes the save.
Don't blink your eyes.
Here are some of the fastest gloves around.
Johnson behind the net, works with one side, one pocket, shoots. Oh, what a save by Curtis Joseph off Rick Crockett.
Goaltending, the key, obviously, to this one.
Oh, the two goaltenders, flashing weather at either end.
Another guy who always seemed to be on the wrong end of all these saves was Vancouver's Pavel Bure.
Put in, shoots, and Joseph made a huge save on Pavel Bure. Bure, look, shoots, save the door. Backhander, falling save. Now here's a breakaway for Bure. Working Rocket. In alone, a shot. Saved by Wall. He tried to go find Wall. Wall made the save.
Don't worry, Pavel, some of these guys had to go through a lot to stay on the job.
This day and age, those masks of these guys, you see Richter shake his head? Oh, yeah. Kind of jolted him, but they have a lot of padding on the inside of the mask.
We finish with some of the more creative uses of the goalie stick.
Risque, long shot, it will bounce in behind Marazzo and didn't find the target.
Van Impe shot deflected. Defoe save it and knocked it away from the net, falling backwards with his goal stick. Forsberg gets it free. Right across. Shoots her off. Where is it? What a save! Whitney will attempt the same thing. Whitney in the slot. Well, Whitney. Oh, what a save! A tremendous stick save by Radford.
Welcome to the Power Pack. This week, we take you back to the 1996 World Cup and the memorable semifinal matchup between Canada and Sweden. Both teams will have plenty of support as we get set for the opening face-off.
Curtis Joseph, the hope for Canada. His fourth start, he has won the prior three. And at the other end, a shocker.
Tommy Salo will get the start. Sweden's only given up 3 goals in their first 3 games. As you see there, Tommy Salo played in one of them. He was in Czechoslovakia, had a stomach disorder, took some time off, and Tommy Soderstrom took over and really was good. But for this game, they made a change. Salo starts. The reason is he doesn't allow as many rebounds. Canada attacks the net as much as possible, so he gets the call as opposed to Soderstrom starting.
Mark Fawcett from Springfield, the referee. Ray Scapanello from Guelph, Ontario, Canada. And Dan Shakti from Verona, Wisconsin are the linesman. The replay official is Jim Doyle. Scott Stevens has had some monumental battles with Eric Lindros in the playoffs here. But they are teammates. Both of them are starting. Lindros with Shanahan and Joe Sakic. Eric Desjardins with Stevens. It'll be Matt Sundin, Nicholas Sundstrom, and Mikkel Anderson for Sweden. Kalle Johansson, the captain, and Tommy Alberline, the defense.
Team Canada counting on Eric Lindros to have a good start to the game here, maybe with a couple of big banging body checks, and that will get the fans here in the building alert to Lindros and his style of play, and maybe get the fan support that Canada would like here in Philadelphia.
With Stevens out there and with Shanahan, there's bound to be some hitting from them as well. But this is Tommy Albaline wrapping it around, but it went off the stick of Kalle Johansson. Quickly they move it out though, and this is Sundstrom lobbing it in, hoping for Bo Mikkel Anderson. He's able to swat it around behind. Centering attempt by Sundin was blocked off by Desjardins. Trickled around behind. Stevens pursued by Anderson. Punched it ahead to Sakic, and on comes Eric Lindros. Watched by Johansson. Lindros had it tangled in his feet. Help comes from Sundstrom, but getting there also is Sakic. Lindros down, Sundstrom up with it, and it's tipped back out by Anderson. Sweden readies its first change. Stevens ricocheted it back in. So again, Kalle Johansson. Glad you're with us tonight on the World Cup of Hockey. The winner goes on to the finals to meet the winner of tomorrow night's game in Ottawa between Russia and the United States. We started all this off 2 weeks ago, a little under 2 weeks ago, with 8 teams. We've halved it. Here's Messier, backhander, off the glove of Tommy Salo.
Messier with the groin problem showed good speed to the outside. The pace of this game is quick as we begin this one.
Rob Blake did not play against Germany, but he's in the lineup for Canada again tonight, and so is Adam Graves, who sped that one in. Kept alive by Messier, trickled along for Adam Graves, his teammate from the Rangers. Graves kicks, Messier takes and centers, but that one knifed away by the defense. Making that play was Nicholas Lidstrom. Scott Niedermayer on the turning stick of Claude Lemieux. Lemieux helps on to Messier, trickling it back in, shift change on for Canada. Peter Popovic played it around behind. Lee Rolin from the Vancouver Canucks angled it back out. Paul Coffey to get that one. Detroit defenseman gives over to Adam Foot from the champion Colorado Avalanche. Pass ahead is tipped aside, but swatted back in by Coffey. Tommy Salo behind. Scaled it back off the boards. Tangled in bodies for a moment, then forced away from Foot. Normally these things are built as a physical team going against a finesse one. I don't think there's really that much change in the billing for this game.
No, I agree with you, Mike. However, at the beginning of this game, we're seeing a lot of pace. We're seeing real good line changes. We haven't had a whistle. So we're seeing 2 disciplined teams here in the beginning, and that makes for what could be a real good hockey game.
Turned over to Gretzky. Pivoting with it and sending it to the back, Dom Foos, but it misfired. Desjardins turned it on along, but through Dom Foos. This is a Swedish team that gave up only 3 goals in 3 games played in the European pool.
An average only 21 shots against per game, which is a nice low number. Makes life rather easy for goaltenders.
Brind'Amour hands on to Theo Fleury for a shot that got the glass. Both goaltenders for Sweden will admit that they had very little work in any of the games played in Europe. But look at this opportunity for Julien. Diving across and canceling him out was Theo Fleury.
Julien was at the end of his shift, didn't have the speed that he wanted, even though he's still on the ice.
Yzerman's shot went off Kalle Johansson. Kicked in deep by Lindros. Trying to muscle it around to Yzerman. Lindros bumped into. Rod Brind'Amour was there, but it sped away from him. Blake able to keep it alive, then is shouldered by Julien.
Here we go. 3.5 minutes into this first period, and every player on both teams except for the backup goaltenders have been out there. The pace is quick. They're going with 3 sets of defense, 4 lines, and maybe did we have our first hit. Rob Blake with a big banger.
Gretzky tried to center. From his knees, threw it through Linden, back for a shot. The shot coming to the net from Niedermayer went off the left post. Blake again. Back across, bouncing puck picked up. Sweden starting it out. Michael Nylander ahead. Shift change on for Sweden, though, so Canada able to outman. Yzerman got it on to Fleury, who trickled it through. Moving in is Brind'Amour. Centered one, and Salo grabbed onto that one and held. Now it Lidstrom at the back. Handing it on to Peter Forsberg. Wipes out, but tucks it back over to Lidstrom. Over to Sundin, and a shot save. Rebound in front. Stevens trying to get loose. Sundin, another shot. And hanging on is Joseph.
How about Forsberg? He lost the edge. In other words, caught his skate blade on the ice and fell down. It was on his knees. What a move he made, and it set up the last 2 shots.
Number of players in the NHL that are competing in the World Cup, and the ones with the most prominent NHLers in the lineup are the 4 that remain. Sakic walking it ahead, shooting, oh, and a good wrist shot, but I guess we always say that about Joe Sakic. Got the glass. Lindros around to Sakic, worked back to the point, put a shot, tipped by Shanahan wide. Nordstrom banged to the boards and glass by Eric Lindros, and that brings quite a reaction. In front, Shanahan across the Lindros, score!
Well, the fans here love this one. Who was the big guy on this goal? That man right there, Lindros. Oh, baby. Is this Lindros hockey or what? Mattias Nordstrom is a big kid, the defenseman, 14. He had to play the puck, and did he get nailed? Coffey pinched, and that made a play. And then Sakic with a great first pass, the second pass across, and it's 1-0. Lindros getting the first goal that he's scored in the tournament.
And Canada takes that 1-0 lead to the locker room after 1 period of play. Welcome back. It's time for the second period with Canada leading by a goal.
No carryover penalties or power plays. Scott Stevens up with it for Team Canada and drops it back in. Tommy Albaline takes the tap from Tommy Salo. Stood up, though, and the puck turned over to Lindros, who centered, but Sundstrom got that one. Desjardins able to keep it alive. Moves in, fires, and that one deflected wide. All the way around for Stevens again. So a pretty good first thrust by Canada 20 seconds in. Tommy Salo and Tommy Soderstrom are both on the short side. Soderstrom, the backup at 5'9", Salo at 5'11". Won by Sakic. Lindros tap to the back. Desjardins shot is saved by Salo. Rebound hooked away by Nordstrom. Spun right on goal by Lindros. Good turnaround wrist shot.
And Sweden had trouble there. Now Canada makes a change, and the Messier line on the ice.
Meanwhile, it's taken by Scott Niedermayer and put out. And here's a 2-on-1. Messier in with Graves. Got it to him. Hit the post with the shot. Here is Lemieux looking. Fed to the back. Niedermayer wristed one. And that one deflected and kicked into the seats.
Mike, what a play that was. Niedermayer fired the puck up ice, and Messier and Graves, who play on the same line with the New York Rangers during the regular NHL season, made the play. Now watch Niedermayer here, just fire it up ice, and there's Messier waiting for it. 2-on-1. Messier goes wide to draw number 4 to him. He does that. Look at the pass across. Graves has to just redirect the puck. He does, but it hits the goalpost. That was Nicholas Lidstrom back trying to make the play.
Uline dropped it on back. Nylander bouncing it off. Uline checked to the corner. Gets back up to play it again. Kicked back up the boards to be worked out by Yzerman. Banked a nice pass ahead to Fleury. He's got a man breaking. Brindamore got it across. But Dahlin was back and did some splendid checking. So Ulf Dahlin with a remarkable bit of checking for Sweden to break that play up. Tucked on back for Patrick Uline. And Uline drops it back in.
The Yzerman pass, brilliant pass, a bank shot, bank pass off the board, set up the rush. And I'll tell you, Mike, it doesn't surprise me. San Jose Sharks, Ulf Dahlin with the back check. He's a smart player on both ends of the ice.
It is Dahlin again. Dahlin fed one across. Quick shot was just wide. Sundin fired one wide earlier in the period. He hit the goalpost. Sweden starting to come on now. A 1-0 game, Canada ahead. 11 minutes, 20 seconds to go, second period. Winner of this one plays the winner of tomorrow night's Russia-U.S. game beginning here on Tuesday, best of 3. Lemieux with a shot that's kneelingly blocked by Rolin. Rolin got in the way of Messier. Puck centered in front for Graves, tangled in his feet. A 2-on-2 for Sweden. Sundin with a shot that was deflected wide. Rubbed along by Bo Mikkel Anderson. Sundin behind, tried to center, but fell. Messier got a piece of that one. Still, they battle for it. Inching in, though, is Sundstrom. Wrapped it around, it kicked on over. Here's Sundstrom with a shot, and that was saved. Another shot knocked down by the defense. They still look around for it, and it came in on Joseph, and he held on.
There's Cujo taking one off the shoulder. Now watch what he does with his goal stick. He doesn't know if the shot's coming through. It's in traffic. The puck is. Look at the goal stick flat on the ice. Take away as much as the net as possible. And sure enough, it was a shot right along the ice surface. And with his stick shaft on the side of the ice, or along the ice, I'm sorry, he makes a nice save.
Up the boards, it's fed to the point. Kalle Johansson with it there. Then on to Garpenloff, to Johansson again. Shot one in front, deflected by Dahlin, and its second attempt is held by Joseph, and the power play is over.
Watch this play. Quick shot, great save. Dolan uses his feet again to find the puck. Curtis Joseph made 2 saves on the play.
Patrick Uline, left winger, nudges it on ahead. Nylander carrying on for Sweden. 1-0 Canada. Just over 5.5 to play in the second period. Wrapped around for Lindros. Oh, a heavy hit by Nordstrom. Now a one-on-one. Niedermeyer trying to get by the defense in front. Score! What a goal!
This is what Canadian hockey fans have been waiting for a long time. It could be the coming out party of Scotty Niedermeyer. Lindros got just walloped inside the blue line, but kept his balance. Nordstrom hits him right here. Boom! He kept his balance. And there goes Niedermeyer one-on-one on Lidstrom and beats him wide, and then just a little shuffle of the puck beats Salo, who went down prematurely.
Niedermeyer gives Canada a seemingly commanding 2-goal lead after 2 periods. It's 2-0 Canada as we join the third period already underway.
Ahead with this now comes Nylander. Nylander trying to control, got it over to Uline, and a shot went off of Joseph. Out in front of backhand attempt by Dolan is stopped by Joseph.
That was a 3-on-2 for Sweden. They took advantage of it. Canada going of 4 lines and 6 defensemen. Sweden not going with as many players, especially the forwards.
Scott Stevens rattles it back off the boards. Glanced off of Ray Scapanello, the linesman, and popped into the seats.
3-on-2. Watch right here, Curtis Joseph make the save off of Uline. Another big save by the Team Canada goaltender.
Works back out for Claude Lemieux. If they hurry, it's a 3-on-2. Canada moving in with it. Lemieux sets it up. Back again from Dom Poos. Claude Lemieux, roll block to the boards, and it's fed across for Kalle Johansson. Starts it back. Tommy Alberline bringing it on. Big shot. Score! Tommy Alberline. 5:47 gone in the third period, and it's 2-1 Canada.
And the complexion of this game just changed quickly. A long shot. Curtis Joseph has stopped everything. This one he got a piece of, but he did not squeeze it well enough, and gone. The puck went right by him. This is one, when you think about it, you would think he should have had it. I don't think it deflected off of anybody. It's a slap shot from the blue line, maybe even outside the blue line. It may have gone off the defenseman's stick. Joseph was well out. He got a piece of the puck. It may have gone off the defenseman's stick. I don't know, but it's one that's certainly going to give Sweden a lift here. Oh, man, did the change just happen as far as complexion goes for this game?
At 5:47, Albaline's first of the tournament. Moving in is Trevor Linden. Wraps it around for Gretzky. Gretzky flipped one in front. Plenty of blue there. Steered back ahead, but to Desjardins. Kalle Johansson and Nicholas Sundstrom get the assists on the goal by Albaline at 5:47. Well, back ahead they come. Forsberg creeping in. Peter Forsberg taken to the corner by Desjardins. It is Scott Stevens turning. Forsberg moving there for it. Up the boards, Gretzky able to lift it on his backhand out.
The Gretzky line offensively has been held down this game. They haven't done a whole lot. Lindros still sitting on the bench with an ice pack on his right hand.
Desjardins back for Canada. Pass too far for Brindamore. Rolled off. That time by Lidstrom and drilled back in by Scott Stevens. It is set for Kalle Johansson. Canada in the midst of a change. Drifting back further, Kalle Johansson. Back up the wing. Rolled back in by Rolin. Moving into play it is Curtis Joseph, the goaltender. Swept it away. That's up the boards for Fleury to be steered ahead. Brindamore on to Steve Yzerman. Drifting in. Save made by Samo, who stacked his pads. Drilled back off of Dahlin into neutral ice.
All set up by Curtis Joseph handling the puck behind the goal. He moved it quickly, and all of a sudden Canada was gone, and Brindamore was stopped nicely by Salo.
More quick changes by both teams. Patrick Uline lifts it back in off the glass. Joseph sets it up behind. Taken by Niedermeyer out in front. It's given up. Nordstrom with a little flop to the slot, but it's brought back out by Rob Blake, and he lays it further.
It's Lindros. The bottom hand on his stick, his right hand is bothering him. That's the hand that does the most work when you handle your stick.
Adam put on defense. So Lindros has missed, what, at least 3 minutes or so of the last stretch of play. It is as Lee Brolin taken to the boards with authority by Sakic. Sundstrom dropped it ahead. Mikkel Anderson trying to get it further. Coffey in the way, but Sundin steps by. Plenty of Team Canada back. Lindros now out there and checks with Sundin. Coming by his foot. Fed it around behind, but this one will come back over to Sweden. Popovic wrists one, deflected, and it's gloved, palm up by Curtis Joseph.
Here's the Canadian club heading up ice. Sakic has a little trouble handling the puck. Pardon me, Yzerman, my apologies. Yzerman cuts in. Salo with a good save, and a big one it was.
Linden wanting to breeze away. Drips off and sets it for Gretzky, who walks in front. Loose puck in the crease. Oh, and Salo stopped it twice. He reached across with the goal stick and prevented what looked like Canada's third goal. Nylander gliding ahead. Got it over to Kalle Johansson. Johansson able to feather it through. A backhander was saved in the rebound. They score! Nylander out of a net mount scramble, and the game is tied at 2-2.
There's 6:27 to go, and you could almost hear the country of Sweden cheering from over here. My goodness, Gretzky and his line mates had a couple, maybe 3 scoring chances on the shift. Nylander on the puck. He's a great playmaker. One big save there, another one here, and then out of midair, Nylander scores to tie this up at 2.
Here's Forsberg in the last 4 seconds of regulation, and for the first time in the tournament, there will be overtime.
And we'll be back with the first overtime period in just a moment. We're in sudden death overtime with Canada and Sweden all tied up at 2.
Here's Anderson. Anderson able to get away from Shanahan, cranks the Hart around. Stopped by Joseph and set for Scott Stevens. Stevens banged it back off, hoping for Lindros, and it came right to him. Sakic had trouble, taken right back by Sundstrom. Sundstrom in for a forehand shot, knocked down by Stevens and scooped along. Kalle Johansson plays it, again the Hart around behind Joseph.
They're firing the puck in hard because Joseph gets out of his net quickly. They want to keep the puck away from the goalie.
Anderson drilled one across the net mouth, and it is brought back by Shanahan. Brendan Shanahan, crowd converges. Shanahan nearly able to get through, poked away by Salo, and the puck picked up and jammed off by Nordstrom. Now Niedermeyer, Salo, deflected just wide by Shanahan, who's crumpled at the crease.
He was hit, I believe, by Nordstrom.
A shot by Sakic, and that popped into the third row.
Well, Shanahan made something out of nothing, absolutely nothing. Did a good job going to the net, nearly scored.
Now back up with it, Messier drops it on back for a shot by Linden, that's saved by Salo.
Canada winning the battle on the board, set up the Messier to Linden. What a save by Salo.
Dahlin drops it in. Easy block for Joseph, set to foot, dropped off to Dom Foose. Just over 2 minutes have been played in the first sudden death overtime. Dom Foose lobs it back in, but he caught a teammate offside and placed up.
What a great save on Linden. Messier showing great skating here in overtime. Look at the skating. Gives the puck to Linden. Look at this shot. That was low and accurate, folks. An ideal shot is about 6 inches off the ice inside the goalpost. Messier drew 2 players to him. The puck for Linden. He got a little closer to the net, and there's a shot through the screen, and a terrific kick save by Salo.
Pass clicked off Sundin. Now it's getting a little ragged. Under 7 minutes to go in the overtime. It's Gretzky moving ahead. Wayne Gretzky looking to the front. Save on a cross. Oh, and a save made by Salo. What a stoning job by Salo on Don Foose.
Don Foose was on the backhand side, so he had trouble getting the puck elevated. However, Gretzky with a pinpoint pass put the puck on the stick itself, and Salo made the play. Oh, baby, was that a close one. Salo with a brilliant save.
92, Michael Nylander back to play it, rammed by Lindros. Around it came for Patrick Uline. He's run into. Pretty aggressive bunch out there up front for Team Canada. Puck loose off of Joe Sakic and started ahead. Helmetless is Nylander. Puts one right into the glove of Curtis Joseph, and Joseph decides to wait. The shots in the period are 6-4 Canada, 37-29 Sweden in the game. Each team just looking for one shot that will win it.
That's the helmet of Nylander. It had him popped right off. You call this one a helmet popper. He has to play the puck, and here he comes. Ooh, man, it looked like he took an elbow smash, a forearm smash right across the head. Lindros moved in. No, it was a shoulder. I apologize. Good clean hit.
Moving ahead with this is Sundin. Sundin watched by Foot. Got it across to Sundin for a shot, and a save made by Joseph as he hit the ice.
Joseph was hit by his own man, Adam Foot. That's a brilliant save. Great concentration. Sweden had a brilliant chance.
That one is easier. Just a little shovel job over to Paul Coffey. Then out for Yzerman and shaking along more for Brindamore, but offside call. 3:50 to go.
Oh, 21-year-old Nicholas Sundstrom had a chance for one of the biggest goals in the history of Swedish hockey. Man, was that close. Curtis Joseph kept his concentration even though he was knocked down. Look at the defenseman Foot. Sundin will stay with him. Foot now goes down. The goaltender's knocked down, but at the same time, the puck arrived.
Calle Johansson here. Sundin moving in. A shot is saved by Joseph. Man, what a wonderful game.
That's a Sundin earlier. Oh, did he break in? Had a great chance. Foot moved across to force a quicker shot. And again, Curtis Joseph with a save. 8.1 to go in the first overtime.
Won by Messier. Niedermeyer pursued by Sundstrom. 3 seconds to go. Lindros chipped one along. It'll be sent back down the ice, and the horn sounds the end of overtime number 1.
With a berth in the World Cup final at stake, Canada and Sweden start the second overtime.
Second overtime is underway. Stevens and Desjardins, the defense for Canada. Albeline working with Calle Johansson for Sweden. Forsberg's unit is out against that of Eric Lindros. The pass too far for Joe Sakic. They let Salo play it. He gives over to Daniel Alfredsson. Desjardins gives over to Stevens. Stevens tried to crank it back in. It skipped over to Lindros, then Shanahan. Could not finesse his way by Forsberg. Forsberg able to lay it up further, but instead it's Desjardins. Back but through Sakic. Calle Johansson right to that one. Lindros paws at him as it's steered back across. Jonas Bergquist with a pass back up to Forsberg, but it's over 2 lines, and so again, we have an early stoppage of play here in the second overtime.
Bobby Clark on the right, who runs the Flyers. Bill Barber, the former great player, along with Neil Smith, who runs the Rangers.
Back off the boards. Patrick Uline, headman's on now to Nylander. Across to Ulf Dahlin, who walks it in. Dahlin drops it on back to the point. Big shot by Calle Johansson is saved by the waffle board of Joseph in a 3-on-2. Lindros bringing it in. Looks for Coffey and got it to him. Coffey flipped one, and that one went to the corner. Hurtling down to the ice was Dahlin. Lindros' pass. Skip back to the point. Coffey able to keep play alive for Canada. In front, and Lindros shanked it wide. Now still they scrap, but Salo reaches out and plunks the glove down on it.
And a big save by Joseph. He let the puck sit in front. Canadian players picked it up, and all of a sudden 3-on-2. Well, Lindros made the pass to his right. It was a backhand pass. That makes it tougher for him. Actually, it was a forehand pass. But it is the backhand side of Coffey, and that makes it tougher for him to move the puck.
Sakic flung one across, did not connect with Messier. Thrown along by Shanahan. Mark Messier with it there. Albeline stepped in the way of that and got help from Garpenlock to clear. Sweden with a change in forwards. 43 seconds still for them to kill on this Canada power play. Sundstrom deflected over to Calle Johansson, and it's back down. Coffey coming to the bench now to be replaced by Scott Niedermeyer at one point. Theo Fleury is out. Joe Sakic stays out. Pass chipped away over for Shanahan. Caught a man offside. 3:55 to go. Mark Messier getting a rest at the bench. Garpenlock plays it on back to Peter Forsberg. Forsberg worming his way ahead. Take the drive. Now Forsberg in. Center one in front. That was chipped wide by Alfredsson. And it's Forsberg walking out front. Backhander trickle off the outside. Another shot by Alfredsson went wide. Oh my. Back to the point. It's kept alive by Tommy Albeline. Alfredsson up with it into the slot. A shot hit the post. And it's Canada going back out on offense. Oh man. Here's Lemieux in. Nuts behind Garpenlock, who ringed one off the post just a minute ago. Forsberg in the arena here, still buzzing, gets by. Forsberg is shot and it went off foot. Work back in deep. Peter Forsberg turning with it, bumped into his own man, Ulf Dahlin. Back over now for Brindamore. Fresh set of Canadians are out there, and Sweden is hustling to make a change of its own.
Oh, was that showtime for Sweden. Forsberg and Alfredsson in particular with a show. And that was the ping heard across Canada and Sweden one that, wow.
Some hearts stopped and a few on the ice. Back ahead now comes Nylander in the final 52 of the second overtime. Joseph flung one along and it scaled past Yzerman. Kept alive for a shot and that knocked down. And then Nylander hurried one to the front. Skip back over to Old Dahlin. Dahlin brushed it behind. Uline can't get to it. Rod Brindamore does. Brindamore for Canada. Has the puck knocked away by Nylander. Now it's Uline behind. Boy, was he ever chopped by foot. Loose puck behind is taken by Paul Coffey. And Coffey cannot clear out. The pressure's still on. Paul Coffey turning with it for Canada. Uline working on him, but Coffey escapes the last 17 of the second OT. Coffey there, follow up by Fleury, and a shot, deflected, score!
Oh my. Fleury got the puck from Paul Coffey, put it towards the goal. Sweden had 2 or 3 sensational shifts. As close as the goal post at scoring. Shanahan drove to the net. There's Fleury on the puck. Drive to the net. Something good might happen. And you know what? Shanahan didn't touch it. It may be a Theo Fleury goal when you see that replay in super slow motion. A lot of fans standing and applauding, and they should applaud. This was a great, great effort by 2 hockey clubs that had a whole bunch of courage. And with 12.5 seconds to go in the 5th period of play, 3-2 Canada.
Canada advances to the World Cup final with their dramatic double overtime victory.
I don't know if I can find the